It's just me. I'm just taking a few minutes before I have to start his dinner to catch my breath. We've had a guest, a travel nurse, staying with us, and she left today. She'll be gone for a week. She went back home, and we'll have a guest come in on Sunday. Today's Thursday. And the guest is spending one night on her way to Virginia. And then she'll leave on Monday. And then our travel nurse will be back on Tuesday. She's been here about 4 weeks or so. We've enjoyed having her, although she, her hours are long, and so she comes in fairly late, so we don't spend a lot of time chatting because she's tired. But I put in a little portable washing machine for her, so that she wouldn't have to drive back into town to do laundry or stay really late to try to get her laundry done. She doesn't have a few scrubs and some under things, is about all it can handle, but that's all she needs right now. And she's been very appreciative of it, and I was glad to be able to help her with that, because one of the things I like to do for my guests is find ways to help them out. We don't have a lot of long-term guests, meaning we don't have a lot of folks that stay more than a week, so there's not a big demand for laundry. We have had a gentleman that's been here a couple different times that stayed a little over a week, but he opted not to go to the local laundry because he wouldn't be here long enough. He just took his work clothes and took them home when he was finished. But it's not a very big washer. It's just a washer with a spin dryer or spin rinse, and it rinses them almost dry. It doesn't take long to hang them up for them to be completely dry, but it's like a small load, and you probably wouldn't be able to get more than a week's worth of underwear and socks and stuff in it. She can get her scrubs in there, and then do a load of under things, and she's good. We put a rack in the room for her to hang the things to dry, or she can use the clothesline if she likes. She didn't want to do that because of pollen, dragging pollen back into the hospital. But I don't provide laundry services, or I haven't as a rule, because our basement is not finished, and it's just not a place where you want guests or visitors or strangers to be. It'd be easy to get hurt down there, and I don't need that liability. But Labor Day weekend's coming up. This is actually, I guess technically it starts tomorrow, Friday before Labor Day. That's tomorrow for the year 2022. And it'll probably be a quiet Labor Day weekend for us. We've got a lot to do around here. The husband will be gone out of town for work soon, and just try to get some of those last minute things done before autumn sets in. I want to get some of my decorations switched over to more seasonal things, get my summer stuff put away, and get some cool weather things out. Washing blinds, washing windows, caulking windows. It's just been a busy couple of days. I've got the house tore up inside already, and our guest has only been gone since about 9 o'clock. So if I can get to it before next week, of course that won't matter to you. You won't see it till it drops anyway. I have some canning lids I want to try. I got them from Tractor Supply. They're not 4 jars lids, but they're a brand I've never heard of before, and they're distributed out of a company in Ohio. Although unfortunately, I believe, if memory serves, the lids are actually made in, yeah, you guessed it. I'm not going to say it, but you know where they're from. Anyway, I thought, well, I'd rather, I'm just an hour from the Ohio border, and I would rather, support a local company if I can. So I'm going to do an unboxing, and I think I'm going to can some pintos. I bought a bunch of pintos. Our church had a pinto bean dinner. Well, it wasn't just pinto beans, but pinto beans were most of what we had, but it was a bean dinner a week ago, and raising money for flood relief. The money went to, of course, I'm a Methodist, and the United Methodist has a community relief organization fund, and our money went towards that, and we received just short of $1,000. It was $900 and some change, and the church is going to make up the odd difference. So we'll be donating $1,000 to the United Methodist Committee on Relief to help the flood victims in our general area. And so that was a fun and long day, but it was really good. So I have, well, the point of that was that I bought a large bag of pintos at the warehouse store, and didn't use hardly any of them comparatively. I mean, I probably used 5 pounds, which leaves me a tremendous amount left. And I think if I can get everything lined up right, I will do first an unboxing to look at the undersides of the lids to see if there's any stray sealant. Some of the bowl lids that I've seen recently have had some sloppy sealant on them, and I want to compare them to a new box of ball lids, and put them both, put the same food in the jars, and put, you know, maybe half of the jars with the different, I can't remember the name of them, they're in the house, lids, and then half with ball lids. I have some I actually still have some old orchard lids. You know, I could almost do a different lid on each jar. Maybe. But anyway, we'll see. But I want to do that, get that out there, and you know, just start talking about ways to promote the B&B, and you know, I do pretty well here with mine. I'm not going to ever, you know, be a multimillionaire on what I do, because we just have one room that we share, but then we share the rest of the house, and I enjoy making the house presentable, and I enjoy, you know, changing the decorations with the seasons and holidays and things, and cooking what little bit of breakfast things that I cook for my guests. Most of my guests, except for this one, tend to come and go with just a couple of nights stay. So I don't spend a lot of time on creating fancy breakfasts for them. Not that they don't deserve it, but they're not here long enough to justify the additional cost and preparations. A lot of these folks will reach out to me a couple days before, and I don't keep everything on hand. I have done some special things for our travel nurse. She is very health conscious, so a lot of the foods that I like, she will taste, but she doesn't eat much of it. But I enjoy this, and I'd like to be able to share with you, any of you who are interested in hosting out of your home, but think that you can't do it. You can do it. It can be challenging, but it's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of interesting people, and I would love to share my expertise in this area with you. And with that, I'm going to finish up here because we're rolling right at 9 minutes. Need to get the cards on the front and all this other stuff edited in, and we will talk to you again soon. Thanks for stopping by and watching the video. Be sure to like and share and rumble and all those other good things. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.